are a B2B service-based business owner and you are looking to gain more clients, create more impact, and more revenue in your business, tune in to Amplify Your Marketing Message with Campbell Rapin. Every week, we're going to take you through how to build an audience of buyers, mastering your marketing message, and making offers that convert consistently. We'll see you all on the inside. As a business mentor who's helped more than 400 business owners create a ton of revenue, north of $1 billion in combined revenue, I will tell you this, what you need to hear. Not a single business owner starts their journey having all of the business skills they will need to create repeatable success from day one. Today on Amplify Your Marketing Message, we're going to be talking about building the skills of business and becoming a master at being a business owner. This is such an important commitment that you make the day you decide to go into business for yourself. So often, the biggest mistake I see business owners make is they underestimate the learning curve on the business skills. And in fact, many don't even know what the foundations are that create consistent client growth, profit, and revenue in your business. And you're going to get a whole lot of those foundations here in this podcast because I'm on a mission to helping more of you succeed. Because business isn't complicated. It is, in fact, elegantly simple, but you've got to understand the rules of the game, the foundation, and commit to personal growth and development on this journey, which is a lifelong commitment because your marketplace is evolving, your consumer or client is evolving, and you as a business owner in terms of how you want to serve, who you want to serve, and the life you're building beyond the business is also evolving. And so let's take a look at mastery. Mastery is having the confidence, capabilities, and conviction of knowing your value in the marketplace as a business owner. And knowing that most of us don't have that from day one puts us on the path to personal development. And yet, I will tell you there's two lanes in the personal development space, the slow lane and the fast lane. In the slow lane, this is where so many people get stuck. The slow lane looks like this huge pride and conviction that you have to figure this out on your own. And so you pour yourself into business books, business podcasts like Amplify Your Marketing Message. You go into self-directed learning, which might be you apply or commit to a course. You might be following YouTube or other business experts, hoping that by surrounding yourself with the knowledge that through osmosis and through your own ability to retain information, that you will be able to apply it. How's that going? Well, from what I'm observing, not very well. The slow lane is problematic for a couple of reasons. Number one, when you are hiding your growth and development from your potential clients, it's a potential trust break. When you are hiding from your peers, being overly stating, I'm good, when you really are struggling, doesn't allow you to get the resources you need to bridge the gap. It also has zero accountability for you to take action. And the stats are shocking. People buy books and never complete them. People buy courses and never complete them. And if all you get out of things you listen to, whether that is through a podcast, audio, or even visually through a video, you don't retain it if you don't implement it. And the knowledge age is over. In a crowded marketplace, it is not enough to have the knowledge, because if all you have is knowledge, the only thing you can do is entertain an audience. Well, that's great. It makes you a likable expert, but it does not make you the paid must-hire expert. In a crowded marketplace, let me break down some of the business fundamentals for you. First off, your potential buyer is looking for an expert who has the ability to pull together a mix of skills, capabilities, and experience to create predictable results. And only when you can master delivering a communication path that moves somebody from curiosity to paid client do you get selected as the must-hire guide. And so often I see people get caught in this slow lane where they're lost in the sea of sameness. They're hiding their skill gaps because they fear two things: being judged by their peers as less than capable, and fear being judged by their clients as not perfect. Neither one of those is particularly helpful because, truthfully, as I said at the very beginning, none of us start with all the business skills we need, even when we grew up in the world of business. But if you're a business owner who did not have exposure to mentors in the world of business or a front row seat of how business operates, you've got to acquire that. And the sooner you acquire it, not just the knowledge, but mastery of implementing it, the more predictable your results will be. The more income you can generate, the more impact your business will have, the more effective your efforts are. So don't get caught in the slow lane. To achieve mastery, mastery is the ultimate fast lane of growth. As an individual who's got to bridge a skill gap, there are three core foundations that every business owner needs. So as you're listening to these, I want you to be auditing yourself. Where is your confidence, expertise, and mastery of the skill? If it is not a hell yes, I got that, then you have an invitation to empower yourself to bridge the gap. I'm going to give you some strategies to fast track that as well. But you need to know these three things in business are essential. Number one, you need to learn how to build an audience of buyers so that you can attract paying clients. Secondly, you need to understand the whole focus of marketing and how to implement it, which is moving somebody from curiosity to paid client. You can pick any strategy and tactic you like. That doesn't matter. What matters is you have an intentional strategy to move people, because moving people from curiosity to taking action will lead to yeses when you make an offer for the right buyer. And that's not everybody. And this is a skill in particular that takes time to master. Nobody builds this in a nanosecond. That's why I work with clients often for many years, because we're constantly fine-tuning it, because we're fine-tuning who we want to serve. We're fine-tuning our clients and what they want, and the marketplace is moving. And so are my competitors, and so are yours. The third business foundation every business needs is to understand that only when exchange happens is because there is a result that your potential buyer wants, and they value it more than the investment level of your programs or services. And so you need to know those three foundations are non-negotiable. It doesn't matter whether you're a solopreneur, freelancer, or someone with a team. It doesn't matter whether you're a creative, a service-based business, or somebody in the tech world selling a physical product. What matters is the foundations, and every business owner must master all three of those skills. And equally important is the ability to put the dots in sequence and to put them through so that they create, again, that predictable movement. And so if you know you've got gaps, my question to you is, what are you going to do about it? Well, to craft mastery, you need to embody three habits. The first is to recognize that you do not become a master at anything by observation. You need to commit to doing something for the first time or the first 100 times. And mastery often says it takes them to create mastery. It's 1,000 hours at a skill. So I'm not talking one and done here. I'm talking a commitment to suck at something for a long period of time until you get better. And you get better from personalized experience, building the skill. The second thing you need to do is be aware that chances are you're going to get some heat. Might be some hecklers in your peanut gallery, people who don't understand your need to grow, people who don't understand that you're in learning mode, and people who might not be 100% behind your growth engine that you want something more, which is a thriving, successful business. Don't let the haters steal your dreams. Stay the course and commit to the learning. The third thing you need is to understand that repetition is critical. I said it before, it's not one and done. The only way you become better is to take the applied learning of firsthand experience and keep trying new things. Stay the course, but adjust the strategy. Observe and learn from every experience where you stepped up to the plate and took a new risk. And have the patience and tenacity to celebrate progress over perfection. Mastery doesn't happen in a nanosecond. But growing your business skills and becoming a master at audience building of buyers, moving people from curiosity to paid client, and creating predictable results and value for your buyer is key. And I want to invite you to stay and commit to the fast lane. And in the fast lane, the best way to acquire mastery is to work with people who have the skill you lack. People who have walked it, learned from it, and can condense the learning curve for you. So that's a mentor like me, or a mastermind environment, or even to be in workspaces with peer groups, other fellow entrepreneurs who are further along their profit, scalability, and complexity of their business. And I will tell you, stepping into that room can make you wobble. But the point is that you can become a master like they are only when you're in their ecosystem, because it's the accelerator. And you have the opportunity to say, I'm in learning mode. I commit to sucking at something many times as I build this skill. And I commit to the repetition that even though I'm frightened, even though I'm a little out of my element, that I will stay the course. And I do truly appreciate the commitment to putting on the training wheels feels like a big ask, especially if you have confidence in another area of your life where you built the skills. Because when you've already mastered a skill in one arena, you have capabilities. You're like, I'm happy to stand in that arena. You know where your value is, and you have faith and confidence in yourself to handle whatever gets thrown at you. Well, those skills and mastery in one level will be a great starting point, but they're not enough to be a successful business owner. You need to build the mastery of business skills that will be in combination with your other level of expertise. So you must also then commit to being the master of the business foundations. And you can get there fastest, not by staying in the slow lane. And you're going, what's the slow lane? Well, the slow lane is self-directed courses, learning things through YouTube, maybe picking up a business book, maybe even listening to podcasts like this one, or listening to other experts in business settings. They will help you 100% with the knowledge. But knowledge is not enough to have mastery. Mastery is achieved with applied knowledge. And that's the gap you have to bridge. And that requires you be the engine. I want you to step out of the slow lane and stop hiding your learning under cover. You need to get into the fast lane. And the fastest way you can ramp up mastery is by working with others that have been where you want to go. Here's a tip when you commit to that. I want you to be looking for masters to work with. People like myself who know how to pull the pieces together. But when you're looking for people, I want you to ask yourself 2 questions as you observe, are they the right must hire for you? Number 1, do they walk their talk? Sadly, that's not a given in the marketplace. So a lot of people who are really successful at the noise, but not in the walking. You have to have both to be in the best return of investment position for your dollar spent. Second thing I want you to be observing is, do they have skills in teaching, in mentoring and guiding? Because I will tell you, not all masters want to play in that lane. And the best way to figure out if they do have that capability is to say, how did you do it? And can you help me do it? They have to be able to deconstruct the end result in order to backfill the steps to help you be guided in those steps. And not all masters want to do that. And not all masters are great teachers. So if you want to have a great result, you want to take advantage of this massive accelerator of walking the walk where people have been where you want to go, ask those 2 questions and observe. Are they walking their talk? And can they teach effectively? When you do that, I want you to go forward with full confidence to acquire the mastery so that you suck at new things, but you don't stay there long. You put in the repetitions and you choose the speed to condense that decades into days. And I want you to be thinking about don't let the haters steal your dreams. As a business owner who wants to amplify their marketing message, you must acquire the business skills. None of us, myself included, and I spent 25 years in the world of business, had every skill completely mastered by day one. There were still gaps, and there are still gaps. I'm personally working to improve. That's the art of the master. But it is a steadfast commitment because personal development is a lifelong commitment when you're a business owner. You get to choose your speed. I want you to get out of the slow lane. I want you to give yourself grace to embrace new things, just as I had to give myself grace this past weekend. I was learning, and I am not yet at a mastery level, a new skill. My mom is a master. My mom has been smoking salmon for our family for more than 20 years, and I've had a lot of years where I've watched her do it, but I've never applied that knowledge and done it myself until this past weekend. I will tell you, I was god awful. I did in fact destroy one entire fish because when we started the exercise, I have seen this, but I couldn't immediately apply it. That's the slow lane I was in. So I said to my mom, break it down and tell me the 4 steps of filleting a fish. And she told me the 4, and I retained only 2. So when she walked away to do other things saying, well, you said you were good, I got off track rather epically. And I destroyed a fish. Not enough meat stayed in the fillet, and it all stayed on the bone. And that meant I had to go buy another fish. And she offered many times, do you want me to just do it for you? And I said, no, I don't get better at this skill unless I practice, unless I'm the one with the knife in my hand and I'm feeling out how to do this well. And I'm learning from each step in the process, from each fish I smoked. Throughout that experience, I also did hear my mom laughing with her friends on the phone saying, Christine is learning to smoke fish. It's not going very well. But I've left her alone to practice and she needs to slow down. She's rushing. And I could hear that piece of feedback and I didn't love the heckle, but I also thought I could let her do this, but it doesn't help me achieve mastery. And so I'm not a master yet, like my mom. But I know this going forward. I'll have 2 key legs up on this journey. Number 1, every time I smoke fish going forward, every time I get asked to fillet a fish, I have confidence I can pick up a knife. I will remember the lessons my mother taught me and her guidance. And I will remember the feel, the lessons, the learning, and that's an accelerator to mastery. If you want to master the skills of business, apply yourself. Work with mentors. Work with people who can guide you, support you, train you. And if you got to know those 3 foundations of business are a gap for you, come and explore the Business Skill Accelerator Mentorship Program. That's a one-to-one support plan by me to help you build an audience of buyers, master your marketing message to create predictable movement with buyers to clients. And thirdly, it's a course creating repeatable value in the marketplace that delivers results, because that's the only thing somebody will pay you for. You must be a master in the craft of business as you are a master in the craft of the skill you are selling. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Grab the free resources. Come explore that mentorship program if you have gaps. And until next time, we will see you on our next episode of Amplify Your Marketing Message. That's a wrap on another amazing episode of Amplify Your Marketing Message with me, your host, Christine Campbell Rapin. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so you don't miss another great episode. And be sure to visit christinecampbellrapin.com/podcast to get a free resource on how to master your marketing message. We'll see you all on our next episode.